Tell him to bend down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the match has begun. Efren Reyes has won the break. Hopefully we'll see some spectacular pool playing. We know we got a great match here. And now it's come down to the final moments when we shall see which one is the better player. Well, he started with a good break, making the one ball on his side. Unfortunate though, the 9 ball is between the cue ball and the 2 ball. Time to change cues. Try to figure out which angle to attack or to play safety, to play at safety. Possibly kicking a ball in the pocket or snookering his opponent. However, in either case, you don't want to allow his opponent to come to the table with an open shot, knowing that any open shot with a wide open table, he'll run out and win the first game. Most people don't think that the first game is important. But in some events it is, because it also allows the opponent to come to the table with the break and establish an early lead, which sometimes can be devastating. An early lead in such a match as this can be anywhere from 1 to a half a dozen games, which sometimes will be hard to overcome. Overcoming a lead of a half a dozen games or more. He has just committed an error, unfortunately leaving a 2-9 combination to his opponent to establish a lead in the first match. Now this, this is the way pool games are won and lost in the early stages of a game. Now, if he should happen to make the 9 ball on the break or making a ball on the break and leaving himself a shot, he will undoubtedly be able to run the second rack, which will increase his lead from 1 game to 2 without his opponent stepping to the table. Well, now that's unfortunate. He has broke the ball, stretched the cue ball off the table, allowing his opponent to come to the table. With an open table, nothing tied up to the extent that he can't get out of it. Knowing Efren like we all do, he's subject to run the first rack, and the score will then again be tied 1-1. One thing that they really don't want to do after making contact with the first ball in the beginning of any run on an open table is to make contact with another ball, tying one or more balls up where the opponent cannot get to them with an open shot, which will undoubtedly stop him from running out or playing position for another ball. But if the ball should happen to stay loose and he do not run into them, moving them from their present position, he can most likely play for any pocket he chooses to succeed in running out the rag. Someone possessing the skills of moving balls around the table, such as Reyes, will have no difficulty in moving all the balls off the table in succession to establish a tying position or a leading position in any match. The one thing that most players dread is to have their opponent shooting at an open table with cue ball in hand. They know, barring all bad rolls, they won't get another shot in that rack. Now the score is tied 1-1. It becomes a race to 14. By this becoming the final match of the evening and the week, the race has been extended from 13 to 15 rather than to play a double elimination. Efren Reyes, uneliminated in any match. On the winner side, Johnny Archer has one loss, comes from the loser side. Now we have not too difficult a position. He can see the ball. Whether he can shoot the ball in the pocket or not is up to him. At this point, only he can tell whether it's going to be a combination, a safety, or a run out. He had to attempt a combination because he could not shoot the one ball past the two ball to the corner pocket. Missing the shot, leaving position for his opponent to come to the table and hopefully run out, having no balls tied up, all the balls open, not too far from the pocket. These types of situations, the table will dictate the manner of play. It's just basic pull, nothing fancy, and it'll be hard to get out of line. The only way you possibly can get out of line is to start moving the balls around, intentionally or unintentionally, tying up one more ball where he cannot succeed in running out. no chances in basic draw shots, playing position for the 7, to come out into the middle of the table. So you would not have to do anything difficult to get shape on the 9 after pocketing the 8 ball. Captured the lead by 1 game. The score is now 1-1. Favor Johnny Archer. Good break. Pocketing 2 or more balls on the break, not having many of them tied up, and having an open shot on the next ball in succession. Although he must play this ball and make position for the 3 ball, which he will probably have a combination. I doubt if he'll shoot it in the opposite pocket and try to break them up. He won't allow himself to have a shot. Position, safety play allows the opponent to have an option to make his opponent have 2 or more fouls. 3 fouls, he'll automatically lose the game. If he can successfully hook them again, so he cannot make contact with the object ball, with the cue ball driving 1 or more balls to the rail. If he can succeed in doing that, then he will have an option of doing it again and making forfeit this particular rack. But Johnny knows well in hand. Hooking a player of Reyes' caliber is hard to do. You know, so many ways to get around the table, and so many ways to do it, that regardless where that ball is at, if he don't leave it locked up, he will not hide him from making contact with that ball. Basic safety, locking the cue ball between the long rail and the 7-ball, leaving Efren one of two ways to kick at this ball. Driving the cue ball to the rail, coming off short, making contact with the 7-ball, with the 2-ball. Unfortunately, leaving the 2-ball in front of the pocket, allowing his opponent a hit start on the third game in the match. But the first time Efren had to play safe, he tied 2 balls up together so that in case he did not get out of that trap, his opponent would have a little difficulty running out. Johnny must also remember that Efren is on 2 fouls, and if he has an opportunity, he will hook him and make him forfeit the game that way. But he must warn him that he's on 2 scratches to win this particular game if that's the route that he chose to go. Now he is in a dangerous position. He has not only got behind the ball, he has locked the cue ball to the 6-ball besides the 9-ball. He has to be careful he doesn't commit a foul himself, trying to hook his opponent. Although the ball is straight in the hole, he still might foul that ball trying to get position for the 7-ball. He's going to attempt to shoot it, go 2 rails, come out in front of the 7-ball. Shooting that shot carefully, he was able to place the 6-ball on the back rail. All right. Oh. unfortunate. He shot the ball the first time a little too hard and got out of line, and he missed the ball. Now Efren steps to the table with a chance to even up the match, 2 games apiece. Now that Efren realizes Johnny's going to try to play not a shooting match, but a thinking match, I think you might see a different type of a full game. Efren is capable of playing this game several ways, knowing that he had a little contest of wits in that particular rack. I think Efren is going to open up and shoot a few racks back to back. If he's fortunate enough to make a ball on the break. Now, you might see a different game altogether. A little time out for thought. If there's anything you don't want, is to have a close match with a player of the caliber of Johnny Archer, because any unforeseen error or turn of events could turn this match around. But as long as he's in control of the cue ball and an open table, his opponent will never have to come back to the table. And believe me, he really can control the cue ball at will. Very rarely you see a player of his caliber make a unforced error or mistaken judgment. He will take no chances. He will stick to basic pool and using the most and get the most you can get out of every shot without any effort. The score is now 3-2 favor Efren Reyes, with Efren Reyes breaking. Now that he has pocketed the 3 ball on the break, and 1 ball in front of the cue ball, it's just a matter of pocketing the pocketing the 1 ball and playing shape on the 2 ball. Playing shape on the 2 ball, he will execute his way around and through those balls with the minimum of problems. But if he doesn't get shape on a 2 ball, he'll just play safe. Taking his time, judging the table, trying trying to think and create the necessary angle to keep this run alive. This is the difference between champions and great players and all pool players. Stop and think about what you're doing before you do it. Don't do it and then think, oh, wish you had done it the other way. Oh, that might be a wise move. Shoot the ball down the table and let his opponent go the other way and let him try to get shape on the next ball without disturbing anything. Now, see what can his opponent do. Although his opponent is a crafty fella himself, he's got a few tricks of his own, which you witnessed direct before. Instead of making it a shooting match, he'll turn it into a thinking match. Now, by pocketing the 3-ball, he's eliminated one obstacle. The 4-ball closest to the rail, closest to the pocket. Spinning the ball lightly, coming up with perfect table speed, the shape on the 5-ball, 6-ball next to the 5. May be a little difficult getting from the 6 to the 7, but with any degree of success, it wouldn't be a problem for a champion like this. Certainly not the number 1 player in the country. Something told me he selected to play safe by shooting the 7-ball away, parking the cue ball behind the 9. Allowing it to be 3 balls on the table and his opponent to be hooked. That's the second time he was able to play a safety on Efren and him not being able to hit the ball. That's unlike Efren Reyes to not be able to make contact with a ball on an open table like that. Game. The score is 3-3, turning this match into a race to 12. Neither player giving up.
Okay.
Once again, Johnny has broke the balls, pocket and ball in the break. Has a shot on the 1 ball, the 2 ball, and 3 ball, and 4 ball, close behind the 9 ball on the back rail. Now, here's a return situation. Not quite. Played it very well, safety. Very good safety. Efren has returned to safety. Well, Archer's placed the 1 ball close to the long rail, somewhat behind the 8 ball. But a shot like this, Efren will have no difficulty in hitting that ball. Now, Archer has a little problem here. He's faced with either hitting the 1 ball or either driving the 9 ball away from the 1 ball, keeping his opponent from shooting a 1-9 combination. All right, he decided to play a carom, 1 ball onto the 4 ball, leaving an open shot, but he still doesn't have the way to get out. 2 and 3 are still locked on the back rail. Pardon me, that's a 3 ball and a 6 ball. Uh-oh. Oh, it's cool. Well, now, another turn of events. Looks like Efren's kicking game is not working too well today. Johnny steps to the table. Cue ball in hand. Once again, Johnny Archer has captured the lead by 1 game. The score is now 4, Johnny Archer, 3, Efren Reyes. I wanted to put you on the film. Don't nobody else count. Well, now, Johnny Archer was fortunate in making a ball on the break. He still has to play safe. He's pushing out, getting a better position to hit the 1, or he's leaving Efren in a position to hit the 1. It's for sure he's not going to pocket a ball. And if he did, he'd have a problem. Here's the 2 ball. Locked up on the rail with the 9 ball. But that could also be deadly, because he might be able to play a carom. 2 to the 9 to the corner pocket. Well, now, Efren steps to the table with an open shot. Still got a little difficulty with the 2 2 ball and 9 ball. But no, Efren, he'll play for the 2-9 carom. Remember what I told you? Now, Efren is in good position to play for the 2-9 camera. The referee stepping forward to officiate on the contact of the balls. The only thing he could do. Now the score is 4-4, making it a race to 11 after 1 hour worth of play. I don't think Efren is going to. Cue ball following the 1 ball in the pocket on the break. With all the balls lining up to the pocket on the rail, Johnny Archer now has an opportunity to gain the lead again. If he should be able to pocket the 2, the 3 is in front of the side pocket. The 9 ball is. The 4 ball is up against the 9 ball next to the pocket. So he probably get in position to return the favor with the carom. Now he must contact the 4 ball before contacting the 9 ball, which was a good shot. Once again, he has established a lead. The score is now Johnny Archer 5, Efren Reyes 4. Now the balls broke very well that time. No balls are locked up together. The 9 balls in front of the pocket, the 2 balls on the spot, and the cue ball is directly behind the 2. The cue ball is directly behind the 2 ball, below the side pocket. He is now trying to create an angle to pocket the 9. Pocketed the 3 ball, no, the 2 ball, hooking himself behind the 5 ball. Now he's going to use a jump stick to jump to 5 and try to pocket the 3.
Down there.
A little body English, steering the ball to the back rail. Hopefully not allowing his opponent to have an open shot when he comes to the table. Well, he attempted to bank the ball, missed it, and left his opponent a shot straight at the corner pocket, allowing him to play position on the 5 ball on the same side of the table. Once again, Johnny has the lead, but this time he's extended the lead to 2 games. The score is now 6-4. Now the game might really stretch out. He's made 3 balls on the break. He's open shot on the 1 ball. There's no balls tied up. 8 and 9 on opposite ends of the table. 2, 4, and 6 in the middle of the table, less than a foot from any pocket. All he has to do is make the 1, and the game should be over. Like I said before, making contact with them balls once the balls have been broken can be very dangerous and deadly, because you do not want to do this. Once you do it, you have no control on the way them balls will act, react, or lie. In most cases, you will pay a penalty, a loss of game, maybe the loss of the lead, and maybe the loss of the match. The opponent should be successful in completing the run. Sometime a mistake or an error of that caliber will allow your opponent to run rack after rack after rack behind, feeling like he was lucky enough to get a shot in the first place. The score is now 5 for Efren Reyes, 6 for Johnny Archer. Push that chair back. The chair is sliding out from underneath and he push it back that way. Well, if it broke the ball, was unfortunate enough not to luck a ball on the break. Left Johnny Archer a shot with no balls tied up. Barring any unforeseen accidents or unnecessary contact with the other object balls, he'll probably run out. He's looking at a 4-9 combination right now, trying to make up his mind whether he wants to play position for the combination or play position for the 4-ball just to run out. Taking their time, keeping their composure, checking each shot out very carefully, knowing that the slightest mistake could cost them the match at any given time. How well did Johnny know a one-game lead in a match such as this doesn't mean a thing. Checking the angles out carefully. Johnny's a little undecided how he might want to go about this, but he'll go about it in the proper fashion. Uh-oh. He's fortunate, disturbing them balls. The last time it cost him the game. All right. The score is now 7 for Johnny Archer, 5 for Efren Reyes. Unscrew the globe and take it off the lamp bulb. Yeah. You're in front of the camera. You're in front of the camera. Teddy. Yeah, but you got me jacked up in here. Johnny Archer just selected to play safe rather than attempt to run out with them balls tied up in the middle of the table like that. Efren knows at this point he don't want to give his opponent too many opportunities to score games on him. At this stage of the game, he'll cross the halfway point. All right. He's succeeded in making contact with the one and hooking his opponent, not allowing him to come to the table to open shot. Johnny drove the cue ball to the rail after making contact with the one, leaving the cue ball firmly planted on the back rail. But Efren does have an open shot on the one. Possibly he can hook Johnny Archer behind the 7 ball. He doesn't have much room to execute because he's only got a small window to get the cue ball through. Oh my God. Okay, to carry him off the 7 ball into the pocket, parking the cue ball in front of the 3 ball, allowing him perfect position to run out. This is just basic pool, nothing fancy, just create an angle, keep going from one shot to the next until the game is over. succeeded in running out the rack, reducing the lead by 1 game. The score is now Efren Reyes 6, Johnny Archer 7. We're approaching the halfway mark very swiftly. All right, Efren breaking the ball. Once again, the cue ball has left the table, allowing his opponent to come to the table with an open rack. Nothing tied up. Once again, he is running to an object ball, cutting off the flow of the cue ball. And now he's forced to shoot it back and try to hold position for the 5 ball in the corner pocket, which he did very well. Johnny's been pretty fortunate so far in this match. Whenever he has missed, he hasn't left Efren too great a shot to shoot at. But Efren is the caliber of player that's capable of turning something into, nothing into something. Making the most of a bad situation. He's faced with 2 or 3 railing the cue ball for shape for the 8 ball, possibly cutting the 7 in the side or banking it cross side. It looked like he's decided to bank across corners and bring the cue ball down here by the 8. In case he missed, the 7 ball will be in the middle of the table. Yeah, just like that. It was the safest way to play that shot. Because if he missed, he doesn't allow his opponent an open shot at a pocket without some difficulty. Now, the problem here is if he decides to bank the ball straight back, the cue ball will be down the far end of the table. But if he should decide to cut that ball in the pocket, he has no idea where that cue ball is going to stop. On this end, the middle of the table, or back down there. And he put a little inside on it, trying to wipe it in the pocket and controlling the cue ball with the minimum amount of speed. Now, Efren has a choice of banking the ball, spinning the ball, or maybe possibly shooting the 7-ball 2 rail, dragging the cue ball to the long rail up behind the 9 and hooking his opponent. Let's see what he decides to do. He's trying to put the cue ball on the short rail, not reaching the short rail. Not reaching the short rail. This man keeps running into them balls. Archer's reached the halfway point. The score is now 8-6. Now the break comes into play. All balls scattered. One ball down. Open shot at the 2 ball in the corner pocket. 3 ball, 4 ball on this end of the table with the 9 ball. 8 ball, 7 ball on the opposite end of the table with the 6 ball. With the proper angle, he should have no difficulty running out, increasing his lead 9-6. Shot it too hard, it come back out of the pocket, trying to force it to make shape on the 6 ball. And a lot of these pockets will not take that kind of pressure. You must pocket the ball clean when you use force. now 7-8 favor Johnny Archer. Archer having 8, Efren Reyes having 7. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in motion here. Since the TV cameras are all gone and everything, the score has changed from 9-7 to 11 favoring Archer, 10 favoring Efren Reyes, with Johnny Archer shooting. It is now boiled down to a race to 5. Neither player has had too many opportunities to run 3 or 4 racks because the balls haven't been breaking that well, and they both have been playing safe. And as you can see right now, it's not that easy a shot for Johnny Archer, although the balls are lying fairly close together. If he doesn't pocket the 8 ball, Reyes still might not have a shot unless he plays position. Uh-oh. All right. He was fortunate to bring the 2 ball away from the end rail, where he would allow himself an opportunity to keep shooting the balls off the table. Now that he has an open shot on the 2 ball, he should have a very fair opportunity to run the rack, increasing his lead from 11-10 to 12-10. Now all he has to do is draw the cue ball back to the end rail, possibly rewarding himself with a 4-9 combination. He didn't attempt to do that. He attempted to draw the ball between the 4 and 9, shooting the 4 ball in the opposite corner, playing position for the 5. Now he must shoot the 4 ball, which is not that easy a shot, and control the cue ball up and down the table, allowing yourself enough room to play position for the 5 ball. This is not an easy shot by no means. But he executed it perfectly. It's just plain baseball. Extended to 12 Johnny Archer, 10 Efren Reyes. Efren Reyes needing 5. Johnny Archer needing 3. But it's not over till the last ball has gone. Either one of these players are capable, very capable of running all the way out without his opponent ever coming back to the table. Johnny Archer has sunk the 1 ball and the 2 ball. You can see the 3 ball on the end rail next to the 4 ball. Possibly he can bank the 3 ball or play safe. He tried banking the 3 ball up underneath the 6 ball because he had a cushion there, but the cushion moved. Now he has hung the 3 ball in the pocket, not leaving much of an opportunity for effort to sink that ball. Efren's going to move a ball, possibly trying to tie up a couple of them so that Archer won't be able to run out as easy as he might. Because he can only go at that 3 ball one way, and that's from behind the 6 ball. And if he don't come out from under there right, he will not have a shot at the 4 ball. But I think Johnny's going to try and hook him, pushing the 3 ball behind the 6 ball, sending the cue ball on this end of the table, possibly back behind the 7 and the 4. First spot concluded. Now, call for a referee. Check out the shot. 3 balls close, 1 to the cushion. Oh my God! That was an excellent shot. He doesn't have much of a shot, but he did pocket the 3 ball. Now he has to find out what to do with the 4 ball. He's going to go between the 5 and the 7, kicking the 4 ball at the pocket. Now look at this. Placing the cue ball behind the 6 ball in the far end of the table. Archer has a problem. Leaving the 4 ball directly in front of the pocket. From everywhere. Well, he was able to make contact with the 4 ball and a rail without leaving Efren an open shot. So it'll be up to Efren to either play a combination or try to play safe. He plays a combination, leaving the 4 ball in the side pocket, allowing him to run out. don't know what he was thinking about there. But knowing that there's 6 pockets on the table, he can choose either one of them to shoot at. Now the score is 12-11. Efren Reyes needing 4, Johnny Archer needing 3. From here on out, the break is probably going to determine who wins this match, because whoever pockets the ball on a break and come up with a shot is going to definitely run more than 1 rack of balls. And either one of them that runs 1 or more racks at this point will establish a lead that the other one might not be able to catch. This is where the tension mounts. Both players know at any given moment this match could be over. I think Efren's going to attempt to bank this ball, hold the cue ball in line for a 2-ball 3 there, straight in. If he should happen to miss this bang, he would undoubtedly hook Johnny Archer. Medium speed. Now he has a 7-ball for a blocker. Johnny will probably have to use his jump stick if he cannot see this ball. He's going to try a little masse, maybe. I think he relies on his jump stick. Yes. This is not too difficult a jump shot. He only has to jump part of the ball, making any contact with the 1 ball at all. Will most likely pocket the ball. The thing that he don't want to do is let the cue ball get away so that he doesn't have a shot on a 2-ball. Like I said before, running into balls will create more problems than anything that you can possibly think of. There's been more games lost running into object balls when you haven't planned to than any other mistake you can make. The discussion is Johnny Archer touched the 7-ball. The cue ball came back in the path of the ball. The little fellow with the striped shirt is Efren Reyes' interpreter. Efren doesn't.
I know when the cameraman. Yeah, well, I know when the line is. Okay, well, it's not running. I'll always say. Okay.
You can still see the 2 ball possibly carrying off the cue ball into the 8 ball. Yeah, wasn't too hard. This is one game that the right will prevail, even if the pool guys have to step in to keep the scales balanced. That is what I'm talking about when the pool guys get in the game and keeps the rolls even. Although he did not pocket the ball, Johnny Archer will have to resort to his jump stick once again. And this is how the controversy started in the first place. This is where the game gets real tricky. If Johnny Archer should happen to win this game, he would only be 2 games from winning the entire tournament. But if Efren Reyes win this game, the score would be tied up and the game would become a race to 3. Successfully jumped the ball and he has a fairly decent shot on the 3 ball, going 2 rails from the side pocket, shooting the 4 ball in the opposite side pocket, playing in position for the 5 ball with no problem whatsoever. It's off the rail a little bit. Out in the middle of the table to the 5, back to the 6, move forward on the 7, then to the 9. He might go 2 rails around the 5, shooting the 5 ball in the corner pocket on the same side of the table as the 6. Or come around the 5 and shoot it in the opposite. Now he's going to shoot it in the opposite side, right. Anxiety here. Bring the cue ball back out the center of the table. That was a very big game. The score is now 13 to 11. Johnny Archer needing 2 games to win the tournament. Efren Reyes needing 4. Johnny Archer breaking, possibly, and I say possibly, Efren Reyes might not return to the table if he should be fortunate enough to make a ball on the break and have an open shot. pocket of the ball, and he has an open shot on the one ball. No ball on the table is tied up, and most balls on the table are less than 1.5 foot from a pocket. Now it's just a matter of playing basic pool, nothing fancy, and he should be within reach of being on. Oh Lord! The unforeseen just happened. Miscue, allowing his opponent to come back to the table. This is something that has plagued everyone that has ever picked up a stick. I think this was one time that Efren was a little excited. He had a chance to come back to the table, which he was not looking for. Johnny Archer considered himself very lucky if he get another shot in this match. This is where superb skill comes into play. Speed, control, extraordinaire. I think he got a little further than he wanted to. He might have to go around the table to get position on the 9. No problem.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a foot race here. The score is now Johnny Archer 13, Efren Reyes 12. Efren Reyes breaking. All right. Johnny Archer's somewhat hooked on the 1 ball. With the 9 ball sitting in the pocket. He knows he has to be very careful here. The 9 ball, the 2 ball, and the 4 ball. Johnny Archer is just pushed down across the table. Leaving Efren to decide which way he should try to play this. decided to put one ball on the short rail, the cue ball on the short rail, both balls on opposite ends of the table. Johnny Archer has an opportunity to either bank the one ball, add the cluster of balls, put in the cue ball behind the 5. He'd miscued again. I think this young man is getting ready to get sick. He did not roll that one at the side pocket. He said if he's going to die, he's going to die shooting at the hole. The last time he tried to roll a ball in the side pocket, it hit the point. Reference calls for the referee, and he's going to shoot. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He went through the back door, carrying the 9 in the pocket. Now it's a race to 2. Efren Reyes breaking. Johnny Archer might not return to the table. The score is now 13 to 13. It could not have gotten any closer than this. Because at 13 to 13, whoever breaks the ball is capable of running out without his opponent ever getting a shot. Now, that ball gets off the rail. At this point, you got to like Efren Reyes. Making contact with that 9 ball might have been a little unfortunate, but it's still his shot. And he knows of many of them. Trying to make up his mind whether he wants to play safe and lock him up to something, pocketing him, pushing the cue ball away from the pack. Or possibly backing the 2 ball cross sides, going 3 rails, coming up in front of the 3 ball, shooting it in the corner pocket. That's what he's looking at. He wants to see how far you got to make that cue ball come. Because I don't think he wants to give Johnny another opportunity to come to the table. He's measuring the table like a billiard player. Now you find out what the expert pool is all about. Oh, he played safe and a 2-rail bank, holding the cue ball behind the 3 and 7, leaving the cue 2 ball next to the pocket. Johnny was fortunate enough to make the 2 ball and get back up the table after coming in contact with the 7, having a shot. good. Now, the score is 14-13 favoring Johnny Archer. He has pocketed a ball on the break. He is on the hill. He needs to knock off 8 balls to win the tournament and $25,000. In doing so, he will retain his title as number 1 in the United States. There's no ball tied up. It's just a matter of playing basic pool to conclude this match. Hopefully he'll chalk up and not allow himself to miscue and give Efren a chance to come back to the table. Stall now, pal. Oh my God. That was one magnificent shot. Bringing that ball out into the middle of the table like that was awful dangerous. But he executed that shot perfectly, allowing the cue ball to go down to the far end of the table, to pocket the 5 on this end of the table, crossing the table towards the 6th ball, which will turn the run out into a road map. This is just basic pull from here on out. Shoot the ball, my friend. All right. This, ladies and gentlemen, $25,000.